strong
Both
in my
Gera
heart.
and Deneth have
There is
received
fire.
word of unrest in the Arathor Highlands, civil unrest in Stromgard, and raids on Maghar and Stromik outposts. Deneth and Gera are returning to their homes, Stromgard and Hammerfall, to diffuse tensions. I asked to accompany them. I have long wanted to reconnect myself and my people to the Arathor. I also want to learn more about the Horde. Gera was willing, but Deneth took some convincing, though I may have implied you were joining me.
We carry the flame.
We must investigate before we have another war on our hands. Pity that a family
Farron does not seem to hear the conversation between Gera and Dana. Instead, her eyes are locked on the great ruin in the distance, a small smile creeping across her face.
May the dark... Is that...
Thoradin's wall? Yes.
Then the stories and legends I read as a child were true.
Stories are just stories, Farron. And that wall is just a wall.
I know Arathi history is embellished, Danath. But are you not proud of your heritage?
Yes, but pride in our legends foments Stromic superiority and reasons to strike at our neighbors.
I understand. Among my people, some still distrust outsiders. I had thought your people...
Going to Kaz Olgar was unpopular in Stromgard. But the Sons of Lothar promote tolerance and mercy.
Finally, the Alliance has sent us help.
Finally? What's happened here, Walker?
I have
Well
been
met.
sent word of bandits
I could
roaming
use
the
another
highlands,
seasoned
but I did not
soldier
know
at
it
my
was this
side.
bad. It's just as well we happened into this attack. If we want to get to the bottom of this, we might as well start here. Though, I do wish Farron were not here to see this.
For Azeroth. It
We've
wasn't
been
always
attacked
like
before,
this.
but this time,
Walker shudders. Meow.
this was different. They didn't want livestock, grain or money. They took torches and some barrels of tar we used to fix our roofs. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I can guess they're going to burn something down. You need to stop them before they do another homestead harm.
Trollbane will fix all this. I know it.
We
Don't worry,
must
little one.
bring
You're
our
safe
light
with
to
us.
all
And Farron
of
glances
Azeroth.
up at you. I'm not sure I agree with Deneth.
Well,
Where's my
I'd
mama?
be
My
strong
papa?
like
Ellie?
you
Maggie
one
looks
day.
around with tears in her eyes. I was following Mr. Gresham and Clarabelle. When we saw the bandits, he grabbed me up and we ran here. I don't know where Mama and Papa and Ellie are. Can you find them
Why
for
now?
us? Clarabelle is starting to
Why
get
us?
worried. Maggie sniffles.
What do they want?
I don't recognize this emblem. And a Defias had it
My
on their
lord,
person.
Who
Curious.
are the Red
Deneth
Dawn?
turns it over in his
I
battle-scarred
do not
hand,
know.
frowning.
I wonder what it means.
Farewell. Rest when you can.
I
Not
hope
really
whatever
in the
they're planning
mood for
doesn't
visiting.
involve my neighbors or Stromgard.
It'll
Thank
be
you.
all right,
Hopefully
I
this
hope.
snuffs out what they were planning.
My farm.
Ellie must be so scared. You found them! You found them! Thank you so much. Maggie hugs Ellie tightly.
Algar is
The theft of tar and torches. A group called the Red Dawn recruiting here in the heart of the Highlands.
We must
Stromgarde
continue
was
on
right
to
to send a
Stromgarde.
missive asking for my return.
Unless
What is
favored-
going on here? I placed Colonel Niles in
Nah.
charge after Marin's foolishness
I am a
led to her
soldier
imprisonment. I
and
must
an
head
Arathi,
to Stromgarde and
just
speak
like
with Niles
you.
immediately.
I would not abandon you now.
Unrest in Newstead. We don't have the
This
hands
is
to
much
quell
worse
the
than I
unrest
thought. With the
here.
attacks
If more
disrupting
hands are
supply
needed to
lines,
keep
the people
Stromgarde
are
safe,
angry, hungry,
the champion
and
and
looking
I
for
are
someone
ready to
blame.
help.
The easy choice is blaming our neighbours at Hammerfall. We cannot let this unrest continue. I must speak to Niles and my advisors. I see Farron has volunteered the both of you to help the people of Stromgarde. I do not like putting either of you to on what is a diplomatic mission, but helping Brewston while I am to Niles would put my mind at ease.
Back to diplomatic affairs, then.
If
Need
Daneth
some
vouches
help?
for you, I trust you, and trust is in
For
I'm glad to help.
Stromgarde.
Between deployments to Kaz Alga, to threats in the Highlands, and desertion, we simply don't have enough soldiers to order. Marin's supporters are causing trouble throughout the city. They're stealing supplies, harassing people. You name it. We've enacted a curfew, but Marin's supporters are openly defying it. As my deputies, go around and tell the troublemakers to go home. If they get rowdy, you have my permission to teach them a lesson.
Don't
Daneth
do
vouches
anything
for
I
you.
wouldn't do.
I trust you, and trust is in low supply here in Stromgarde. After Lady Marin was put in her place, I thought Stromgarde would go back to normal, and it did, for a time. But now there's tension here so thick, I'm afraid to breathe around some people. Citizens are acting out. I don't know what's gotten into everyone. Fighting, stealing, backstabbing. If you're willing, I could use your help.
You
Trade
know
in
where to
Stromgarde has
find
broken
me.
down. We're short on goods and workers because of the attacks. Niles was too busy, so I took it upon myself to write official requests for aid. Most are simple and straightforward. Writs for supplies and such for the Stromic army. The desist writ for Joseph is different. He is loudly blaming everyone not human for our woes. Someone needs to officially tell him to shut his yap before he starts a riot. As my deputies, would you enforce my requests for aid?
Stay safe. Obliged for your help, but keep your eyes open. There are agitators about.
Apologies for putting you to work. We will speak again after I have briefed Niles and Brewston.
The people are scared of Marin's gangs. If we
The
reassign...
city is a
No,
powder keg waiting to
Captain.
go off.
You know we don't have
Lady
the
Marin's
manpower for
supporters are
that.
growing day by day because of the attacks in the Highlands. Her people harass not just the common folk who follow Lord Daneth, but also anyone who isn't human. And now these Red Dawn people Lord Daneth just told us about. Between our deployment to Kazalga, combat losses, desertion, and attacks in the Highlands, we just don't have the resources to. The city right now. It's despicable, really.
Stromgarde.
They try to intimidate loyal citizens and make them leave just because they aren't human. They also shout down anyone that doesn't agree with them. Many around here just try to avoid them, but it seems like they hang out where it's hard to do that.
Don't
You
do
have my
anything
thanks,
I
and the thanks
do.
of Stromgarde. I'm sorry you got an earful from Joseph. At least he left peacefully, despite how it may seem. the city is still loyal to Lord Trollbane. Mostly, Lady Marin's followers are just louder and angrier.
You know where to fight.
I
I am Colonel
stand for the
Veronica
people
Niles,
of
and I am in
Stromgarde.
command of Stromgarde in Lord Trollbane's absence. I'm sure while aiding our people you've heard the name Marin in Stromgarde. Lady Marin Trollbane is Danath's niece. She was briefly regent while Lord Danath Trollbane campaigned for troops for Kaz Algar. Her actions during his absence led him to imprison her when he returned. That said, Lord Trollbane felt Farron should speak to her. Perhaps, to get perspective, I can take you to her if you wish.
For Stromgarde, he would have introduced Marin himself, but Gaara summoned him urgently to Hammerfall. Come with me.
Strange that Danath would leave without us. And want us to talk to his estranged niece.
So this is
Being here
Marin,
is like
the
being
root of
in
so
the
many of
stories I was
Stromgarde's
told
troubles.
as a
But what
child.
would Danath want us to learn from
Guess
her? I
not.
suppose he wants to see what she sees, how the ideal of the Arathi has been corrupted. One bit. But surely he knows I am aware of how fervor, for anything, has a dark side. Farron furrows her brow. Something seems wrong here.
You are a prisoner. Why does Colonel Niles defer to you?
You should know. Names carry weight. Farron Lothar. Despite your elven blood, a great Arathi warrior returning gives us hope that those dissatisfied with Lord Danath Trollbane's rule, with our old Stromic ways forgotten, with famine, unrest, and orcs on our lands, and dwarves and elves in our cities, all will rise up and embrace a new dawn. And that when they do, I hope you'll be part of it, Farron.
I would like to see Stromgarde as it was, but your promises are empty. And I would never betray Danath.
You say that now, but you'll see it my way, in time.
Colonel, she all but told me she was involved with the Red Dawn.
Marin
Orders?
may be in prison now, but her supporters continue to spread her rhetoric across the Highlands. Whatever she may say, I do not believe that she is the leader of this Red Dawn that you both are speaking of. I see who comes and goes. She receives no outside visitors.
Stay out of
to
trouble.
find Lord Trollbane and tell him your theory about Lady Marin. The missive, in Hammerfall, far to the east of here. He may have stopped at Refuge Point on the way. It's a Stromic encampment about halfway to the Orc town. Because of the frequent bandit attacks in the area, I believe he meant to stop and check in with our people there. You might catch up with him there.
Farewell.
If you leave now, you might catch up with Lord Trollbane at Refuge Point. But watch out for bandits.
The
At
city
your
is a powder
service.
keg waiting to go off. Lady Marin's supporters are growing day by day because of the attacks in the Highlands. Her people harass not just the common folk who follow Lord Danath, but also anyone who isn't human. And now these Red Dawn people Lord Danath just told us about. Between our deployment to Kazalga, combat losses, desertion, and attacks in the Highlands, we just don't have the resources to the city right now.
The people who attacked Newstead called themselves Defias. Who are they?
Defias? I haven't heard that name in a while. Their story is a little sad, actually.
What do you mean? What happened?
After the Second War, Stormwind was heavily damaged. The Stonemasons Guild was contracted to rebuild it, but Stormwind's corrupt House of Nobles denied them payment. They rioted, and in the riot, the Queen was accidentally struck and killed. They were driven from the city and became bandits. The Van Cleef family became their leaders. I had thought that the Defias were dead along with the Van Cleefs, but that may have been wishful thinking.
I don't condone banditry, but I can understand their frustration.
I suppose. If they'd been paid, they wouldn't have become bandits. But you can't just throw away law and order if you don't get your way, like Merrin's supporters are doing now.
That is a good point. Thank you, Captain. Over here, champion. Come look.
The bandit is wearing red and white, but their garments do not resemble any of Stromgarde's military uniforms. A quick search of the uniform's pockets reveals a familiar-looking emblem. This is the same emblem you collected from the Defias at Newstead Farm. Around the body are several sets of tracks that head eastward. One set of footprints is bigger and bulkier than the others.
Whomever they attacked got away, but may need help. Let's follow their tracks. We mean you no harm.
You expect me to take your word?
If you wish to earn my trust, you will explain yourself quickly.
Refuge Point was attacked as well. I saw it burning and rode in to help.
It's good to see humans and orcs working together to help one another. If only the Arathor here could have seen what I did at Kaz-Algar. Another bandit attack, and they carried the same emblem as the bandits at
I have
Newstead.
strength to bear it
If
here.
this is connected to the Red Dawn and Merrin.
I have Red Dawn emblems here and at Newstead. I wonder if they were at Refuge Point as well.
Horde
Trust is in
outposts,
short
like
supply.
Hammerfall, have suffered attacks from both bandits and trolls in recent weeks. Our outriders are on constant patrol, but now that I know the Alliance has been targeted as well, you have confirmed what I already suspected. Something bigger is coming. Perhaps it is related to this Red Dawn. Early on, these attacks on our settlements seemed to be pockets of bandits competing for resources. Now, they are better coordinated, as if they are working together as a group. That's bad news for everyone. But rivals don't come together without a strong leader, and without them, they will fall. If you're willing, find the leader of this attack on Refuge Point and eliminate them. Horde outposts, like Hammerfall, have suffered attacks from both bandits and trolls in recent weeks. Our outriders are on constant patrol, but now that I know the Alliance has been targeted as well, you have confirmed what I already suspected. Something bigger is coming. Perhaps it is related to this Red Dawn.
I fight for the
troops
Highlands.
are in Kaz-Algar, and it cannot protect its outlying settlements. Hammerfall does what it can to help, but we too fight in Kaz-Algar. We've taken many injured Stromic refugees to Hammerfall, but feeding them all has strained our resources. But there may be a way to help more people. Vicky told me Refuge Point is a supply depot for nearby settlements. If we can get our hands on some supplies, we can care for more refugees in Hammerfall.
Keep your senses keen.
These bandits, did they call themselves Defias? Did they mention the Red Dawn?
I did not give any time to speak. They killed everyone not human and took all but who I could drag away.
There
Rooston
is
warned us
so
about how
much
rough
yet
it
to
was out
learn
here,
in the
but I didn't
topside
expect
world.
things to be so bad. These bandits are attacking in force, overwhelming the few defenders these places have, and completely destroying these people's lives.
Karga, do you know much about the Scarlet Crusade?
Only what I have heard from the elders in Hammerfall. I know they have no love for the Horde or the Alliance. The Scarlet Crusade holds twisted beliefs. They want to eradicate our allies, the undead. But they also believe that the Alliance has failed to protect humanity.
The belief in human superiority seems prevalent here.
This is the Arathi Highlands. Where have you been? Under a rock?
You could say that. Yes. You're saying Danath was never called to Hammerfall?
On my life, Gaara said nothing of it.
Horde
Strength
outposts,
and
like
honor.
Hammerfall, have suffered attacks from both bandits and trolls at least.
Lothar.
Karga spits on the ground.
I
Good.
fight for
I
the
hope
Highlands.
Stromgarde does not mind us borrowing these supplies for their refugees. D. Huss.
Keep your senses keen.
It
First,
is
an
good
attack
to
on
feel the
Newstead
sun
Farm by
on my
Defias.
skin once more.
Now an attack on Refuge Point by these Scarlet Crusaders, different groups of bandits. But both speak of this Red Dawn and carry the same emblem. Also, Joseph is directly involved. This all seems connected, and it leads back to Marin. Deneth needs to know what's going on. If he's not here, he should already be at Hammerfall. We should head there as soon as possible.
Faith and farewell. If Danath did not come here, and Gaara did not call him to Hammerfall, then...
Go to Hammerfall. If your lord is not there, Gaara and Eitrig can help you.
Danath never arrived? Then... where is he?
I do not know, but you have my word. We will fight him.
If
There
Deneth
is
is
so
not here,
much yet to
where is
learn in
he?
the topside world. May the darkness never find us here.
Islands are our
is
home.
not here.
We will
Baron
fight
says
for
he
it.
journeyed to Hammerfall because we requested a meeting. I sent no such message to him, nor anyone else. I will dispatch outriders immediately to search for him. While we wait for their return, you and Karga's quick thinking may have saved our human refugees. We had just run out of food to give them. Distribute the crates directly to them. I'm sure they would be grateful for the food inside.
We will have peace. Dispatch all available outriders to search for Danath. Gaara has told me much about you, Farron. You are...
Marauders burned down my farmstead. The orcs drove them off and brought me here for shelter.
If orcs have long warred against the humans, why help them?
Long ago, a human showed me great kindness. I strive to honor his memory by protecting the weak and defenseless. Rip
Every
on.
human I have ever met has admitted feeling fear in the presence of an orc at one point in their lives. We have warred with the humans for generations. It's almost instinctual. Or so I thought. To see and speak to a human with no grudges from the past and no judgment in their eyes It is not an honor I expected in my lifetime.
Seeing Hammerfall and talking to your people has been an eye-opening experience, Eitrig. Harboring refugees no matter their creed. My people would do the same.
I do not doubt that. Both of our peoples have suffered through dark times. We may live here in peace now, but this site was once witness to unspeakable horrors. The Alliance imprisoned many orcs here in an internment camp. We liberated and claimed it, naming it after our fallen war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer.
The Alliance held your people here? In an internment camp? And yet, you harbor human refugees?
And yet... Lamplighter, there have been far worse crimes committed against my people. Such is war. But our teachings say if we are wronged, we can cause more suffering or end it. We now choose to end the cycle.
I think that my people could learn a great deal from yours, Eitrig. Thank you for welcoming me here.
I never realized how much my people have in common with the orcs. We are both far from home. We are both self-sufficient. We are both peoples born into war. And most of all, their sense of duty and honor rivals ours. I feel even more at home here than in Stromgard. There's no word from the Outriders yet, but Eitrig has not told Geara of Deneth's disappearance. I've told him we would go and give her the news. She's at Goshek Farm dealing with a Witherbark troll attack. Eitrig says they've become increasingly aggressive recently. Why, I can't help but think of the history there, of the troll wars and Arathor battles, but I admit I see them differently now after learning more about the Horde. Let's go. We can look for Daneth while we're out there.
Faith and Fel will tell Geara of Deneth's disappearance. Hopefully he will arrive here before we return.
Wait! I have information about the Red Dawn. Help me, and I'll tell you what I know.
The heart of the Maghar is
of
pure
Daneth's
and strong.
disappearance. While that is troubling, we can't return to Hammerfall just yet. Farron
War
told
is
me
all we know.
that Daneth is missing. I don't know who was responsible, but it certainly wasn't the Maghar. We've heard rumblings that Stromgard is blaming us once again for their troubles. Tensions are starting to boil over. We need Daneth so cooler heads can prevail. But as much as I want to search for the old man, we have to deal with business here first.
I
The
will see
Witherbark have
Draenor
always
skies
been
once
an
more.
annoyance since I have been here, but now something has stoked their ire. They are attacking human settlements. Perhaps the Red Dawn is again to blame. Eitrig has ordered us to try to help the humans they attack. We have stepped up our patrols and welcomed refugees, but we need someone to go to their village and bloody the Witherbark's noses. They're overconfident. They think they can get away with attacking our outriders. Make them think twice about that.
Fight
told
with
me
honor,
that
die
Daneth
with glory.
this syndicate human came to us hoping to trade information for a rescue mission. The syndicate is a recent thorn in our side. So I had half a mind to cut him down where he stood. But he claims to have vital information. And with this news of Daneth's disappearance, it might be worth the risk to do as he asks. He has 3 brothers being held captive inside Witherbark village. Go in, find them, and if they're alive, extract them.
Die well.
The Witherbark? As in the Amani Witherbark? The Arathor's ancient foe.
Farron told me
I'm not. I
that
swear.
Deneth is
Syndicate
missing.
is
I
on
don't
their
know
way
if
to
they-
attack
that
Hammerfall
will
for the Red Dawn.
surely tell them. I'd be surprised if I saw any of them stray from their village anytime soon. Barclay
with
is
honor.
lucky you reached his brothers in time.
May
This
your
human
enemies
is
grovel
claiming the
before
Syndicate
you.
scum are going to attack Hammerfall another day. I would not be concerned, but with the Outriders dealing with the Witherbark and searching for Daneth, Hammerfall is undefended. Let's go. We must defend our home.
The Maghar will.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Geara, champion, Farron. Then Hammerfall is not lost. We will retake it ourselves.
I should have been here. I could have done something.
White-hot fury and rage emanate from Geara's tense posture and tightly closed fists.
May
The
your enemies
Syndicate
grovel
has put
before you.
Hammerfall to torch, and the cowards are using pyromancers to feed the flames. But we can save our huts if we get to them quickly. Fight through the Syndicate bandits to a building, and then blow this horn. A Hammerfall shaman will come to put out the fire.
Go with honor.
We
Atrid
continue to
growls
fight
in
for
frustration.
Arathor.
Once
I was such a fool. I should not have sent away those Outriders. Without them, the Syndicate have overrun Hammerfall. And were it not for my fool heart, the refugees turned out to be Syndicate spies. Curse their greasy hides. But now you're here. Now, we can force the Syndicate out, eliminate their soldiers, and save any trapped civilians. Those spies have had enough of my open hand. Now they'll suffer my fists.
Go as you will.
It
I
is
caught a
good
glimpse
to
of who
feel
was
the
leading the
sun
attack.
on my
It looks like
skin
Joseph
once
the Enlightened
more.
may be less full of hot air than we thought he was. Is he now part of the Syndicate? I thought he was part of the Crusade. Why, I suppose it doesn't matter. If we want to stop the attack, we'll have to take him out.
I have so very many...
Forward! Hammerfall will be ours once more!
We are here to win this war.
Ha! Built orcs strong, just like us.
War is all we know.
There
You
are
are
still
welcome,
Syndicate stragglers
Hammerfall.
about, but Hammerfall once again belongs to the Horde.
May our allies grow, and our enemies cower before us. An ambushed Stromic caravan.
It could be Daneth's.
We
Joseph
must
escaped
go and
again,
investigate.
and this time his warning was much more foreboding. He has darkness in his mind and his soul. I am confused how he can profess to follow the light.
May the darkness never find us here.
Outriders discovered a destroyed caravan on the road. Around it were the bodies of Stromic soldiers. It could be Daneth's escort, or it could be another hapless group. Either way, we must investigate. Let us hope Daneth is not among the dead.
I will see
Good. Now let's find Danath and punish those behind his disappearance.
These look like orc weapons. Why would your people attack Danath?
They would not. Something is wrong here.
I will hear your
wasn't
words,
a battle,
but
it was an
judge you by your
ambush
deeds.
and a massacre.
The
This was
Magha
not
will
done
claim
by
victory.
simple bandits. This spot was chosen specifically for an ambush, and these troops were taken down quickly and efficiently. If Daneth was heading to Hammerfall, this road is the most direct route. That makes it predictable.
Yara grimaces.
We must search for Daneth among the dead and find out what happened here. And leave no stone left unturned.
Fight with honor!
This horse was killed swiftly and suddenly. It appears the rider fell but recovered quickly. They seem to have fought off several enemies before being overwhelmed. However, there is no body here. Given its position in the column, perhaps it was Daneth's horse?
That axe was forged at Argarok. We abandoned many like it, with the fortress at the end of the last war.
We've seen that emblem twice before. Was this the work of the Red Dawn?
There are clearly signs of battle, but something is wrong here.
Die well!
The Syndicate brothers must have taken them from Argarok and planted them for the Red Dawn. But why?
To start a war that would destroy both Stromgarde and Hammerfall, and leave them in power.
Then we must search for Danath, starting at Argarok, and alert Stromgarde of what we have found.
It is decided then, if we are to prevent war, we must alert the Alliance to the situation and rescue Daneth as quickly as possible.
The Magha will claim victory.
Trig was right.
bring
The
our
Red
light
Dawn are
to
trying to start a
all of
conflict
Azeroth.
between the Horde and the Alliance. We need to get back to Stromgarde and tell Colonel Niles that Daneth has been kidnapped. She will surely commit all her resources to a search. Come, there's no time to waste.
Our light brings unity. I will inform Stromgarde and ask for their help in the search. With luck, I can forestall any aggression.
We will head to Argarok. If Danath is there, then this conflict ends before it starts.
We must widen the search.
Colonel Niles' face is scrunched up in concern. She looks uncomfortable, perhaps even regretful.
We do not have the resources for a manhunt, Farron.
To rescue the Lord of Stromgarde? I thought you were in charge here.
I think we can drop the charade now, Veronica.
You're behind this. The Red Dawn? Danath's disappearance.
Yes. And now that my uncle is gone, I'm free to do what I wish. Footman!
Stop this madness! You're all Arathi!
And I thought you were once. Now you'll suffer for not joining our cause.
It's you! Listen, I'm going to need your help. We have to stop Merrin and Niles.
Brewston leans in
Stromgard
close to you and
welcomes
speaks just above a whisper.
I'm glad I found you. I need all the allies I can get. You're very lucky they left you alive.
You bring Brewston up to speed with what you know.
So that's how Marin got loose.
Brewston scowls.
I never would have thought Veronica capable of such treachery. Does she really believe this is the way to help Stromgard? Let's hope your orc friends are able to find Danath before it's too late. We have our hands full here. I saw Farron being taken away, but couldn't follow without them seeing me. She's probably being held in another building. Go find her. Hopefully she's still alive, and see if you can find any more information on the Red Dawn. There's no way we should have been overwhelmed so quickly. Colonel Niles and Lady Trollbane must have installed their cronies everywhere. The more information we have, the more we can use against them when we fight back.
You bring Brewston up to speed with what you know.
So that's how Marin got loose.
Brewston scowls.
I never would have thought Veronica capable of such treachery. Does she really believe this is the way to help Stromgard? Let's hope your orc friends are able to find Danath before it's too late. We have our hands full here. Marin tried to declare herself the new ruler of Stromgard, while some in the army are complicit in her coup. There are still a lot of us who are loyal to Lord Danath Trollbane, but when we broke ranks, Marin was ready for us. She has an army of soldiers I've never seen before. They call themselves the Red Dawn, but I think they're just the bandits wearing uniforms they took from our supplies. Help us take out her goons and collect any evidence that shows what they really are.
Don't do anything I need to rally more loyal troops. You see if you can find Farron. We need all the help we can get.
Champion, you're alive. Help
I
me
knew
out
she
of
was
these bindings.
involved, but I can't believe Marin was the leader of the Red Dawn. Marin put her own people in harm's way just to create the conditions to justify her coup. She's not fit to rule Stromgard.
Faith and farewell. While captive, I heard Marin's plan to amass her troops at the gate. We must stop her! Sacred Flame, I'm glad you're here. You found an earth.
It seems with Colonel Niles siding with Marin, the Loyalists are looking to me to lead them. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I'm glad Farron is alright, and this information you found.
Brewston's shoulders slump.
When people are desperate, they'll believe in any promise of a better life, no matter whom it's from. Some of this stuff must be at least 20 years old. I knew it. Her army is made up of members of the Defiers, Scarlet Crusade, and Syndicate. In other words, bandits, zealots, and traitors. This evidence should help convince others that Marin is not to be trusted.
You know where to fight.
I am
Danath and
here
Eitrig ran ahead
as a
to confront Marin. They
representative
hope
of the
if they stop
people of
her,
Arathor.
they can end the coup and the bloodshed. But after seeing Joseph the Enlightened's handiwork firsthand, despite how unorthodox he may be, he's still a danger. And I hate to say it, but I would relish the chance to finally take that underhanded cretin down. He's blocking our path up ahead at City Hall. Let's take him down and then help Danath and Eitrig end this war.
I have so very much.
I'll gather our troops to cover your back.
Let's go, Gayara. We will take him down together.
Ah, bringing along more deviants to the fight this time? No matter. I am too important to spend my time No, my shield! But I'm the Enlightened One! The Scarlet Crusader!
Come on. Let's find Danath and Eitrig. Stop this! Danath fought to save all of Azeroth.
He sold us out so the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Kaz-Algar. You'll never understand. For Arathor! The Red Dawn will rise again.
No! Do not make her a martyr. Our history will read. Faerun, true daughter of the Arathi, allowed Merrin to live without her title and name. The Red Dawn vanished from the Highlands forever.
This is not over.
The cycle of war, it never ends, does it?
One day, Danath. Times are changing, even for us old soldiers.
At
Merrin was
ease,
given mercy.
champion.
I'm still not sure she deserved it, but there is little she can do now without her name and title. After failing twice, the Stromic will not follow her, and without the power her name and title wielded, she's useless to the bandits. Mercy, or not, I thank the light that the conflict has been ended. You had my thanks as well.
The
Merrin's
sons of
Red Dawn has
Lothar
left
will
the city,
remain vigilant.
and peace has returned to Stromgarde, at least for now. Faerun left for the countryside. She said she wanted to check on Newstead and Refuge Point, but I think she wanted to get out of Stromgarde. She came here with such enthusiasm. I should not have tempered it so harshly. I feel, in the end, it was I who needed to learn a lesson. We should check in on her.
Excuse me if I talked out of turn. Go on ahead, champion. Eitrig and I have some diplomatic red tape to clean up, I'm sure.
This is not how I expected my first visit outside Kaz-Algar to go.
Perhaps
We
I was too
must bring
naive.
our
This
light
place
to
isn't the
all
shining
of
testament to the
Azeroth.
history of my people as I thought it might be. It's the same as everywhere else. People struggling to survive. Maybe Daneth was right. Maybe there's nothing in those old stories but myth and superstition.
Faith and farewell.
I'm sorry. Stromgarde was not what you expected.
You were right. I was naive.
No, Faerun. I was wrong.
Wrong? How?
I said Thoradin's wall was just a wall. But what it represents does exist. In you.
I don't see...
You have been a guiding light. Saving my life. Bringing us together. Reminding me of my true mission. You look to the past, but you are our future. And I am glad of that.
Perhaps... Perhaps the new dawn is not what Marin wanted, but us, returning here for our people.
I hope you are right.
It is...
My
Ganeth
mage
is
can
right.
send you back
Legions
to Dornogal.
are just legions.
But
We shouldn't try to live in them.
you'll always
blinded
be
by
welcome
pride.
in
Instead,
Stromgarde,
those
champion.
legends should inspire us to make the world as we hope it should be. Light willing, we will remember the past, but work for a better future for all of us.